Good morning. Welcome to Tea Time with Tanya. I'm Tanya. How you doing today? Today is Monday, April 4th, 2022. It is my oldest child's birthday today. Happy birthday, Tiffany. I love you. Dear universe, dear creator, dear spirit guides, give us a blessing for this wonderful Monday, the 4th of April, 2022. A blessing for the collective. Ooh. Ah, hey, this is the blessing for this day. We get a blessing from your soul. You are a beautiful soul, full of infinite wisdom. Stop judging and start loving yourself. You are blessed with endless potential and on the verge of transforming into the radiant being that is your true essence. Shine your light and allow this blessing into your heart. Namaste. Oh my goodness, that is a beautiful, beautiful blessing. That is a blessing of transformation. Let me read this again. A blessing from your soul. You are a beautiful soul, full of infinite wisdom. Stop judging and start loving yourself. You are blessed with endless potential and on the verge of transforming into the radiant being that is your true essence. Shine your light and allow this blessing into your heart. Namaste. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Okay, I have some outstanding questions today, so let's go ahead and jump right in. My first question is from Tanya, not from me, Tanya, but from Tanya. Tanya would like to know, will COVID affect the 2022-2023 school year? Will the virus affect the 22-23 school year? Will the virus affect the 2022-2023 school year? He had a jumper, but it didn't turn over. I'm going to shuffle them a little bit more. And my cards are upside down. Okay. Okay, here we go. Will COVID affect the 2022-23 school year? Here we go. First card we got is fighting. And below that is anxiety. Got a bare expanse. And we got temperance. So, yes, unfortunately, Tanya, COVID is going to affect the 2022-23 school year. First card we got is the five, the seven of rods. This is fighting off. This is fighting, will still be fighting variants of the virus. Battled and beleaguered is in front of. We are going to be so tired from fighting, battle weary. This is going to still be causing a lot of anxiety, not just in our country, but around the world. There are more severe strains that are coming out of this virus. We have got to be prepared. We have got to prepare ourselves and steel ourselves for a type of war against this virus, against this disease, guys, and we can do it. We must protect ourselves and we must behave responsibly. If we do not, we will be looking at a scorched earth, a barren land with a lot of despair, emptiness, and death. We've got to spend our money, the government and ourselves, spend our money, protect our assets. And our most important asset is ourselves. But we have got to, this is where we got to task the government with putting money where it needs to go. But we have also got to be more frugal with our resources as well. I don't know what that has to do with COVID, but there it is. And the last card is our answer. We get the temperance, and this is a yes. And this is because we are not in balance. We have not. Um, we keep filling one cup, but letting the other cup go empty. We have to find balance between the two, and this is a balance between um, listening to science and practicing good common sense, good hygiene, and teaching that to our children. And hygiene is the most important, guys. Please don't stop washing your hands. Don't stop washing your hands. That is the most important, is to keep your hands clean because you inadvertently touch so many parts of your body, your mouth, your nose, your eyes, and that's how the virus finds its way into your body if it isn't just breathed in. It is the secondary. It is the dirty hands into the eyes, the dirty hands into the nose, the dirty hands into the mouth that is going to cause this that is causing this virus to hang on as long as it is. Okay, my next question is from Dennis, and Denny would like to know, will 45's 7-hour missing phone log from January 6th come to light? Will 45's 7 hours of missing phone logs come to light? And guys, again, a lot of people are talking about burner phones. The people who were using burner phones were like the Proud Boys, people who were actually that were plotting actual violence against people. 45 and his ilk were calling each other on their regular phones. He was calling members of Congress from other staffers' phones that were in that situation room or that tent where he was on January 6th. Okay, he was just picking up phones and using them, not using his presidential phone. So the 7 hours of missing data isn't really missing. But let's go. Will 45 7 hours missing phone log from January 6th come to light? Yes. First card. We get the victory card. Yes, it will. And just like I said, guys, it will come to light. And this is going to hinge on Mark Meadows. Mark Meadows talked to 45 more than anybody else that day. He was doing his bidding. He was the play-by-play commentator on what 45 wanted done, how he wanted done, and what messages to give to his people, because he was sending little snarky remarks to people about, well, if you just go ahead and do your job, then we do what you're supposed to do, then we wouldn't have this problem. And, maybe I would call the mob back, but you got to help me out first. Okay. And that's what it is all about. So the answer, Denny, is yes. First card out, we get a yes. Will the 7-hour missing phone logs from January 6th come to light? The second card we get is the Empress, secrets and mystery, okay? And this is all the secrets, the little secret conversations that were going on. We know this happened. The whole world knows this happened. This farcical garbage that we are going through right now that pretends like none of us saw this play out on television, that none of us saw 45 hold his giant rally and then turn them and tell them to go to the Capitol. This is the idiocracy that we are living in. And this is why I keep saying that we have to open our eyes. The truth is in front of us. We are convincing ourselves, or we are allowing ourselves to be convinced that what we saw did not happen. This is a lot of obstruction is going to come out of this. I believe Mark Meadows has given up his files. And he did that to save his own skin because he knew that what he possessed could put him in prison. He committed treason against the United States alongside the then president of the United States, for no other reason than to enrich themselves. I'm telling you guys, January 6th was supposed to be a hostile takeover of the United States, facilitated by mob violence, but that was an attempt to turn the United States of America into a corporation owned by DJT number 45, Mr. Drumpf, because that is their German name. Okay. All right. So yes, Denny, it will come to light. The obstructive efforts that they were doing, and the aspect of the money will come to light. My next question is from Spirit Beyond the Stars. And Spirit asks, will the U.S. Treasury recognize digital currency? That's Dogecoin, Bitcoin, all these other uh, digital currencies that anybody with a computer can create. Okay. Will the United States Treasury recognize digital currency? And I'm not saying anyone, so I'm not saying like Bitcoin or anything, any type of digital currency. Will the United States ever recognize any form of digital currency? Yes, but that's later. There's too much theft. And then we get the world inverted. The world inverted is one. The world inverted is inertia, fixity, stagnation, and permanence. Okay, so guys, let me show it to you. Now, at some point, something is going to happen with currency. There's going to be, it looks like some type of a failure. There's going to be a lot of theft that is going to have to be investigated. We're going to have somebody in the power seat, command, power, and authority, that is going to decide that the digital currency is a viable way to do business in the United States, and hence in the back we get the Ace of Pentacles, which is our first yes. Okay, now before we get to this digital currency, and this may be another plot to harm the United States, because in the near future we get the Seven of Cups, the smoke and mirrors. Okay, people using this as a way to hide, and that's the word, to hide assets. If this does go through, it will be for the express reason of hiding money. This will be a move for the 1% to try to enrich themselves further and that money be untraceable. Okay. Then our second yes, we get the world inverted, which is fixity and inertia. That means something that is going to stay. This card also signifies permanence. So when this does happen, it will become a sort of a permanent thing. But this is going to be played, or they're going to try. That's it. They're going to try to make it permanent. It's going to be plagued with troubles. So the answer is yes, okay? And the outcome is riches, but this is riches for the already rich. So when the United States decides to go to entertain uh, digital currency, it won't be to help the everyday man. It will be to help the rich people hide their money so that they can evade taxes, so that they can live without having to give back to the society that they leech from. Excellent question, Spirit. My next question is from Danielle. And Danielle would like to know, will Sarah Palin, oh my gosh, win her bid, win a seat in Congress? Will Sarah Palin win a seat in Congress? Oh my goodness. Like I said, guys, you don't have to be intelligent to be in Congress. You don't have to be smart to run for these offices. This is a popularity contest. Anybody, criminals, felons, anybody, ignorant people, people who are only in it to enrich themselves. Anyone can run for Congress. Anyone can run for Congress. But you can't have a felony and work for the post office. But you can go to prison and be in Congress. Therein is our failure as a United States. And that shows how long people have not been held accountable for their crimes, or who commits what crimes and how they are viewed, because that's how it actually breaks down. So here we go. Will Sarah Palin win a seat in Congress? Mm, no. It's gonna be an interesting run for her. Um, she's gonna her first problem is going to be making money for her campaign. This is going to be the problem that plagues her. She in front of her she gets the two of rods holding the weight of the world in her hand. Now this is the weight of the world. This is girth. This is heaviness for her. So this isn't a person who is overseeing their riches. This is somebody who just realized, ooh, I think I might have bit off more than I can chew, because she has got to relive her entire campaign with John McCain. Okay, she is going to have to relive her lies, her religious battering of other people, her do as I say, not as I do. Don't look at, tell your children not to have premarital sex, but my child can get pregnant and we're just going to try to sweep it under the rug. Do as I say, not as I do. I want to tell you how to live your life, but you stay yourself out of my business. This is who we're dealing with. Below her, we've got the little emperor protecting his assets. This is going to cost her more than she has, and this is going to be a tax on her like she hasn't had before, because now she's running on her own. She is not running attached to a powerful person, specifically a very powerful, very liked man. She is having to run on her own merits, and there aren't many there to run on. Behind her, she gets the King of Pentacles inverted. The King of Pentacles in reverse is vice, weakness, ugliness, perversity, corruption. Okay? This is the nasty, dirty stuff that is going to come out of the closet about what her and her husband Todd be up to that nobody's supposed to know. Guys, I am telling you, these people, all of them, are deviant. All of them have little hidden nasty little sexual ways about them. And Sarah Palin is another one. Sarah and Todd. Don't tell me how I can remember that man's name after all these years. But oh, yes, they've got some skeletons in their closet. They got some fish bones that old Miss Sarah Palin is going to be choking on when they start asking her some questions about her interpersonal life and her do as I say, not as I do. The next card she gets is the devil in reverse. The devil inverted reads, where you at, devil? Devil inverted reads, um, evil, fatality, weakness, pettiness, and blindness. Okay? We've gotten weakness twice. So her whole campaign is going to be built on silly putty. It's not stable. This is going to be an exercise in just Sarah Palin's campaign is going to show us how inane, how silly all of this is. The things that are going to come out of her mouth, her fealty uh, to 45 and to Vlad, because this is what's going to come about. You're going to see all these Republicans who are running are going to be very, very much pro-Russia. Okay. And I know I'm reading all of this on Palin, but I think it's important because she was a former candidate for vice president. And this makes her dangerous because she's been through this before. Even though they let her slide, they oiled the path for her and she still gunked it up. These people are dangerous. And the reason that they are dangerous is because enough of our population has conscribed to being liars, being lied to, being comfortable, being lied to. This is exactly the same thing as those who show their fealty to Vladimir. Okay. The next card for sale, and we get the magician, skill, sickness, and loss. She is going to try to finesse her way. She knows what to say to people to get them, and they use anger and fear. This is what the Republican Party stands for, is anger and fear. That's how they want to control their people. And Sarah Palin is very good at that. Her whole campaign is going to be, ooh, watch out for the boogeyman. The Democrats are the boogeyman. They're coming to take everything from you. They're going to take everything from you. She's going to do the whole scare her base in. She doesn't have a base, guys. What she has is the leavings of QAnon and those who are show their fealty to 45. However, remember, 45 does not like John McCain, so that may be a little something against her. The seventh card we got for Sarah Palin is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, this dark woman, lover of money, Queen of Pentacles, and we got the King and the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles reads, opulence, generosity, security, magnificence. Okay, she got both of them. She got the King and the Queen, the suit. Again, she's been in this rodeo before, so she knows what to expect through a campaign. However, there is magic on our side. She is not going to be successful, guys. Um, do not worry about Sarah Palin, but pay attention to what she says to the base because that will be important. And that is going to show how the Republicans are going to run the elections this year and in 2024. It's going to be a fear and smear campaign. They are going to try to just scare their base into and for all my Caucasian viewers, this is going to be the year that they are going to start openly saying that white people are going to become the minority, and that's what they are going to use to try to further their actions. No substance, just on the fear that white people will no longer be the majority, and they are going to run with that, and they are going to amp it up. We are going to see this year. I hate to say this, guys. This year, 2022, we are going to see more Klan activity, more Proud Boy type activity. We are going to see a definite shift, a complete separation of um I can't say common sense, but you're going to see people completely pull apart into factions based on wanting to maintain power based solely on race and gender. This is going to be a year for uh things like Proud Boys, the Klan, um uh entities like that. White supremacist groups, gangs, are going to get bigger. They're going to be more vocal. They are going to be louder, and they will be more violent. Okay? This is what we are going to see. And that is a dual edged sword, guys. So, as much as it brings people to their side, it is also going to show a divining line to the people who can see what's going on. Okay, let me get off that question. My next question is also Danielle's, and she would like to know, with everything that's going on in Russia and the Ukraine right now with this war, will war reach Russia? Will Russia be bombed, or will war come into Russia in the form of the Ukraine or a civil war? Will war come onto Russian territories? Will war come on into into the country of Russia? Will war come to Russia? Mm, no, I'm not seeing war on Russian land. Um, no. I do. And we keep getting this mutiny card. There's going to be a problem with a lot of Vlad's army simply uh, committing mutiny and laying down and walking away, literally walking out of the war, taking their uniforms off, asking, begging for help. This is a very sad situation that's over there. You have people who are doing the exact same thing that happened with Hitler. Their excuse is, I'm just doing my job. My president told me to come kill you. I'm just following orders. That's not going to fly for any of us at any time. Doesn't matter whether you're a soldier or not. If you willingly take another person's life who has done nothing to you, you're not protecting yourself. You have committed a grievous crime. You have committed a crime against the entire universe, because someone else's life is not yours to take. None of us, none of us can take another's life just because. Now, if you take someone's life in defense of your own, not that you sought to take that life, but in defense of your own or in defense of somebody who could not fight for themselves, could not protect themselves, then there is a difference. But war is not a protected class. It is murder. And it doesn't matter what country shoots the gun. When we take another's life, we do not have that power because we cannot make it right. We can't give life back. Okay? So let's understand what war is. War is a crime against nature. War is a crime against the universe. Life is precious and it's not ours to take. So, I don't know where I was going with that, but that's what war is and does. My next question is, what will stop Vlad from his continuous invasion of the Ukraine? What will stop Vladimir from invading the Ukraine? What will end this war in the Ukraine? What will end this war in the Ukraine? Where that came from. Okay. What will stop Vladimir from his continuing war in the Ukraine? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, guys. What will stop Vladimir from invading is his death, his imprisonment, or just people turning against him. Okay? Those are the three ways that Vlad's gonna go. Death, imprisonment, or the people take him out. He's in trouble, guys. His time is drawing nigh, but we still may have a month or some months or several weeks left in this. This war is not progressing. All he's doing now is blowing up the Ukraine and killing people. He's committing war crimes. And again, this could have been stopped. The rest of the world could have stopped this. Um, the rest of the world could have stopped this. And this is going to be something that is going to cause other despots, is going to empower them. Understand, we're not out of this. This is not going to go away. This was the opening act. Okay? This was the opening act. Next question. Is Vlad using chemical weapons on the people of the Ukraine? Is Russia using chemical weapons? Like Assad, and that's his buddy, and he's also helping in this. That's another person. Assad is a person that he is. They are working together. Is Vlad using chemical agents against the people of the Ukraine? Yes, yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And he is working in partnership. And that name Assad came out, and that is who he is in partnership with. He is using Assad's same chemical recipe that he dropped on schools, on children. These are the entities, these demons that we are dealing with. Yes, Vlad is working with Assad. Here's our first yes. Um, to use chemical weapons against the people of the Ukraine. And here's our second yes, and that's the last card. Okay, my next question is, oh, and I forgot to write down who wrote this. Um, oh goodness, and I can't remember the name right now. But hopefully you'll recognize that this is your question, and I will definitely put your name in the description box. Will African Americans ever receive reparations from slavery? Will African Americans ever receive reparations, any type of reparations from slavery? Let's give this a good shuffle. Will African Americans ever receive any type of reparations from slavery? Now remember, old Abe Lincoln decreed that all enslaved people would receive 40 acres and a mule, and then Congress went and immediately took it back as soon as he was assassinated. So we got a raw deal then, and we got a take back from Congress when that happened. Will African Americans ever receive reparations for slavery? As it stands right at this point, no, no. Um, this has caused a lot of anxiety and heartbreak. There has been obstruction. There will be obstruction. This is something that has been out of balance forever, and America has kept it that way. The powers that be refuse. They are going to hold, and the fact that the riches, the people who have riches in this country, that foundation of that wealth was built on the black backs of enslaved Africans. Okay, they weren't slaves, they were enslaved. They were people who were turned into beings less than cattle for money. This country has karma. This country has a karmic debt that must be repaired. Guys, this is important. And everything that's going on in America with the critical race theory shines the light on this. When people are holding on, and why? Why? Why only slavery and black people, African diaspora? Why is this the only group that is continuously held down, not given even a reservation to call our own, not even a protected place somewhere that nobody cares about? They gave us nothing and took everything from us and made sure that we could never advance. For my non African viewers, please understand this. And if you don't understand what I'm talking about, it's as simple as a Google search. You can just type in the word, you know, 40 acres and a mule and see what comes up. This is about equity, and that word keeps coming. Equity. Those that have keeping everything from themselves and victimizing everyone else. And we have to stop encouraging it. And I'm going to say this because I think we really need to understand the manipulation that's going on. Okay, how the rich get us to sympathize with them, how the rich get us to see them as the heroes, to see them as something that they are not. And it started in our childhood. It doesn't matter if you're 70 years old, it still started then. Okay? I want you to go back. I want you to remember your childhood years and remember the cartoons like Richie Rich. Okay? Come forward and look at the movies about the rich people, even to Crazy Rich Asians, which just came out last year. They have conditioned us to look at the super wealthy and glamorize them and idolize them and want to be them and not want to take anything from them when they are obscene in the things that they do and they are obscene in the help that they could give but do not because it doesn't affect them. They don't help the poor because they don't see the poor. They don't care about the poor. We see the poor. We are the poor. But we hold, we bend over and let the rich use our backs as footstools while they play parlor games on a table that is set upon us. We can change that dynamic simply by standing up, okay? Simply by standing up. And this is something that we are going to be tasked to do. Our voices must be heard. Our resolve must be there. To make change, we must make it. We must start pushing that boulder to get it to roll so that it can go down the hill. We have pushed it to the apex. Now it's time for that rock to do its work. We got it here, and now we've got to finish the job. Okay. My next the next thing I want to talk about is the energy of today. Today is April 4th, 2022. Today at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Mars and Saturn conjunct. And what this means um, is that this could be a day where people might find themselves a little bit out of control yesterday and today. Okay, the energies kind of go, for about a little bit more than 24 hours, I'm going to say, as things move across the sky. So, if you have been fighting with somebody or arguing with somebody or just excessively angry, understand that when Mars and Saturn get together, they can cause a lot of things to happen. I'm going to read this so that I don't get off. Mars and Saturn conjunct. What this is strong determination and sustained effort in pursuit of your goals. That is the energy of today. But today is about passion. It's about ferocity, that fire, that the fire in the belly, okay? And that little fire can sometimes get a little bit out of control, okay? Mars, the planet Mars, deals with our sexuality and our creativity, and it also deals with kinky stuff. Okay, Saturn is about discipline and work ethic. So when these two planets get together, it can cause frustration and difficulty with people expressing their anger. People could become nasty. Nasty. That happened to me yesterday. Yes. The way to work through these energies of this day is to find, number one, have a positive, carry a positive outlook within yourself and look for positive ways to dispel that excess energy, excess anger, and rage. Find a creative outlet or a physical outlet. Go for a run, paint a picture, write, draw, uh, do poetry, something creative, build something with your hands, whittle wood, mold clay, okay, to get out of that anger that Saturn can bring when Saturn and Mars get together. They can be a little bit thuggish. So, to make sure that you're okay, be creative today. Do the things, the physical things that you love to do. Do the mental things that you love to do. Great day to start a outstanding novel. Get in your little comfy nook, open your book, and stay there from sun up to sundown. If you find yourself in conflict with others, breathe. And if it gets out of hand and you can't control yourself, forgive yourself. Ask for forgiveness from the other person if you can. If you can't, ask the universe for forgiveness. Okay? We are humans. We are fallible. Sometimes we mess up. Sometimes we get angry. But we have to understand anger works against us, it never works for us. So, okay, weather report. New week, new weather. Um, Guys, we are just in a very tumultuous weather pattern. I was actually thinking that the Northeast would have less snow by now, less cold, and it is changing slowly. But I have the word squall. There's another storm coming from the northeast, from the northeast, Saskatchewan, that area. And the Arctic blast still gonna come down. Minnesota, across that area, it's going to still be chilly. That whole northeast, there's still propensities for snow. Texas and the Midwest, we're gonna have lots of rain and wind. Wind is going to be the theme from now till Christmas is wind. Um, strong winds. Arid, hot, dry winds, but winds nonetheless. And then over here on the East Coast, we're going to have to worry about this drought still as the weather gets warmer here. Our snowpacks are starting to melt. They're filling up reservoirs. But as these insane temperatures soar, the evaporation is as great, if not greater than it was last year. Okay, so be on the lookout for crazy weather. Hot, windy, snowy, cold, icy, depending on where you are in the United States. So that groundhog was right. This is the extended remix of winter. But no worries. Just be prepared, okay? Keep your water in your car all summer. Keep your blanket in your car all summer. You never know what you might need, okay? Or who that item might help. Okay? You could be a blessing just by having something in your car. Okay? I love you guys. I love you. Take care. Happy Monday. Namaste, guys. Have a blessed week. Bye bye.